once again to Mearachd, episode 28. It's a lot of episodes.
Eats by Ende and David Aja. The bees are swarming. What do they know?
That was actually well done.
Thank you.
But there are no bees here in this session because you do not find yourself anywhere near Mearachd. You find yourselves previously dealing with, as Brianna said, ants, but not just any ants, Formians specifically, but not normal Formians. Somebody tell me more about these Formians.
They're golden. So, basically, they're kind of... are they like robots?
They're construct-looking. They look to be construct-like.
Yeah, so... Sorry, what were you going to say?
No.
He's just laughing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, they're golden. They can talk telepathically. They have a currency called brain dollars. They are in a city called Formia, which is in a secret part of this mining company, failed mining company.
Or successful mining company.
True.
Successfully failed.
And so yeah, and basically they are telling us about the other items that we need to find and where they are. We also got to see a recording of Candor. Erasmus got a rod and put it in his pants.
Yes, we need to make sure that's the most important thing we record out of that one.
And let's see. The rod actually will help us find the other items. There we go. So the last place they told us to go is Howron because it's very fortified, and recommends the first place we went. They recommend the first place we go to be Fort Jericho. That item should be in the deepest dungeon. We also have to go to Frostholm to the Cave of Aeons, and Mearachd to a secret library. And we'll have to solve Thoth's 3 puzzles. Let's see. And then it said in Howron only Cyan can take us to the storage place. And if Cyan doesn't live, to find Korthus. And if Korthus is dead, to find a descendant of theirs. And then once we have all the items, we have to bring them back to the city called Formia. They also gave us some brain dollars, so that hopefully they could give us, or we could purchase something to help us on our travels. We're having a cart constructed, and our homework was to figure out a way of collecting said cart because we told them to leave it at the entrance to the mine and there's a fence.
Yeah, but how hard could it be to get a cart, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's not a simple cart would be an easy thing to transport out of a cave.
I have a feeling there's more to it than that, and Steve wants to throw us in jail for trespassing.
No, I want to know why this cart is so hard to get out. It should be easy, right? Just a regular cart, 2 wheels pulled by horses, right?
Well, there's going to be a horsepower spell on it.
A horsepower spell? I thought that didn't exist.
Yeah, thought there's no such thing.
Well, apparently they know about it, and they were going to basically put it on the cart so that we won't actually need horses.
Yes, but we're skipping over my grand design of this cart that I still could not find an image for, but I swear to God somebody else out there has built this before. But it is a large, platform-like structure that has a small part at the top where you can see a bit of the ball that is controlled and that you use to move things around. It has 4 long stilts at each of the corners that have small wheels on the underside, and the spell is cast upon the ball. And as the ball, the larger ball, and as the ball rolls via the spell of horsepower, it pushes along the rest of the contraption above it / around it.
Huh. It's
But
large.
we do have, I think, like 10 days or something before this cart will be ready.
Yes.
So one of the things we kind of had thought about between sessions was perhaps we could go back down there and just maybe ask them to place it on the outside of the fence, seeing as how it's going to be shrunk before they put the final, and then they're going to like put it back to size and put the final touches on it, basically.
They'll ask you where to put it because they can't venture too far outside of the cave, as it's incredibly dangerous. Like, none of them want to risk their lives going out there and having somebody, like, someone or something take advantage of them. And so, like, it's a very difficult circumstance. So they would ask, like, where you'd want it to be placed, because outside of the fence, it's going to be larger than the standard size of the roads. So it's going to very much so call attention to itself and might be hard to navigate through the roads.
Well, perhaps someone else can have an idea?
I did. I had one about horsepower.
We missed out the part in the recap about how we had excellent buffalo cauliflower wings.
Well, I was gonna start there, but then we started on Formians, which is like further down. So, yes, we met up at the beginning of last session at the buffalo cauliflower place.
Yep.
Didn't have to even distract the tour guide because he was a scaredy pants.
He's all twitchy and nervous.
And we learned that Kent doesn't care about the book anymore. So it's wrapped up and put in Erasmus's pants, because that's where everything goes now.
In Erasmus pants.
And Brianna made a lot of sexual innuendos.
Yes.
See, it wasn't me for a change.
And it was very neat. They had a whole society down there. What were you saying? There was some spell you were wondering if we could get a scroll of, Brianna?
I don't know if that spell will work because of the weight limitations. But I had thought about a spell for shrink item. But I don't. You had pointed out that perhaps that might not work, and I'm thinking the same. I'm not sure.
Do we know how much the cart would weigh?
You do not have an idea yet of how much the cart will weigh. But what would shrink item do? One of you has access to shrink item?
I was thinking that perhaps Erasmus might be able to use a scroll of it.
Okay.
But I just proposed it as a potential way because I was looking up ways to make items smaller.
You don't see a reason necessarily that this would work.
Would work or wouldn't work?
You don't see a reason this wouldn't work?
Okay.
Oh, actually, you do see a reason this wouldn't work. I missed the single line in there that says non-magical item.
Oh, this is considered
Yeah.
non-magical?
They have to enchant it with the spell of horsepower. So
Oh.
part of the cart will be magical. You could shrink the other components because they sort of rest around the magical component. But the magical component is the giant ball with the spell of horsepower attached to it.
We also have a few brain dollars left. Could we maybe get whatever they're using to shrink it to get it to the surface? That we could maybe do something like that?
Well, let's first off, a couple days in, let's go check on the progress of the cart, and then that will actually alert us to what is going on. Because if not, we're acting on clear knowledge that we technically don't have.
Yep, so they'll clear you in on some stuff. They will, like, you can come down and see what they're doing.
Wait, how do we get back in there?
You're able to go back and forth as long as you want to sneak in past the gate off hours.
I do.
Now that you know where it is,
So do we have to do any checks for...
I'll need to disable device to move in and out of the gate. So you'll need somebody who has some ranks in disable device to do that.
looks at Kent.
Looks at Kent knowingly. Kent goes, click.
Yeah, it's a very low level lock on there, so you can get yourself in.
Hooray!
And you can head on down. When you reach the point of the wall will open for you this time.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, I'm in the wrong game.
Does it make any kind of noise when it opens?
It makes the of like
So it's like a wet slurpy sound, kind of.
kind of with a little bit of like stone on stone grinding.
Ah, okay. That's a wet, dry sound.
Yes, a wet, dry sound. That's what I would consider it to be if you drag like a stone across a wet surface. Like a stone across another stone surface that's wet. It still has that kind of grindy but also a wet sound.
Sure, we could go with that. I was thinking more of leather that was made out of stone.
You all can get back down to the city, and you can see that they have what they are in the process of now is creating the large sphere that will be the primary motor point for this this cart. And they've got like the legs laid out on the side with the little wheel points there, and then they're building out the rest of the cart area on a separate segment. So they have these 3 pieces laid out.
So this looks pretty big, I take it.
Yeah. It is designed to carry probably about 8 people on it.
Wow.
Well, because you mentioned you wanted to carry extra stuff, so...
No,
If you want it smaller, they can shrink it down to a smaller size for the cart area. But you had mentioned specifically wanting to carry more stuff, and so the size is an irrelevant issue. But once they make it in that size, it can't really be restructured. Ah, you've come down to check on it.
Yes, it looks like it's coming along quite nicely.
Ah, it's going very well. We're afraid we're not quite ready to start imbuing the primary stone with the spell of horsepower yet, but when we do, we'll make sure everybody stands clear. It's a rather large stone, and we don't want anybody being run over by it. Dangerous project it is.
Well, I hope that nobody has been injured working on it.
Oh, no major injuries have occurred. Fine piece of engineering.
So, you had mentioned the last time that we were here that the cart would not fit on the roads in the town?
It is a little above size. You all said you wanted to transport a lot of stuff, so we've made the bed large enough to fit about 8 people, the 5 of yourselves. We believe you said something about some sort of elk, or I believe that's it right there. And he points. And then some stuff that you might want to carry around. So that much space requires a lot of space on top. Plus we have to make room for the driving implement to be there.
Well, I have some concerns about how we're going to get this cart out from the gate. Like, if we put it, we'd ask you to place it out.
What gate?
There's a fence, a gate around the mine
area.
Why?
Why is there a fence? Why?
Well, technically, this property was abandoned.
No, nobody abandoned this. This is our land.
They don't know about you.
They don't know about you, and...
Wait, what? Kandor said it was all taken care of.
Well,
He said something about land sharks having managed the property.
Well, they didn't manage it very well. It went into foreclosure, and another company bought it up.
But what happened to the people that own the land?
Moved away?
Yeah, they mostly moved
All
away.
of them?
They weren't even able to reach Kandor or anything to, when they were...
I'm confused here. You're telling me that literally every person that owned this place moved out of town?
That's what we were told, yes. They have a museum to them, but they are trying to sell this as the property of the heroes.
This is utter nonsense! Why didn't Kandor do the very minimum job he was supposed to do?
Because he's
Why are we-
Kandor?
We all are very quiet as he says that. Why didn't Kandor do the minimum job he was supposed to do? Yeah, we all know.
Maybe his mind has been on other things. He seems to be easily distracted.
Very generous of you.
So now there's a gate in the way. So we're technically building this on, what is this, like illegal property? How do we fight this legally? We've lived down here for some time. Shouldn't we get access to the land above it? I guess we go to diagonal here. Yeah, Brianna, they don't have a lot of like legal leeway here because you've gone down in kind of a diagonal, so you're not even underneath where the mining company's land would technically be, and the cave ends at a specific spot, right? They can't claim that like they're beyond a wall between this spot and their spot, and that the other spot was theirs. And if they did, technically, then this land could be the property of the Landshark Mining Company, and then that becomes the property thereof of the other company. And since these are non-claimed residents, these are also illegal immigrants to this country that have no like right to be in the country because they're not on any paperwork within the country.
Well, I don't
Oh
know
my
that you
God.
have much legal recourse here. I do know that they're selling the land, I think, for like 300 gold a square foot or something like that.
A square foot?
Yes. Like I said, they're trying to sell it as the property of the heroes, of the former heroes of this town.
I don't think they want to give it up.
Probably not. It basically, when nobody was here to claim it, then it went back to the city and then was sold to this other company, this real estate company.
Do you have any kind of deed or title?
Or just piles of gold?
No, of course we don't have it.
The piles of gold or the deed or title or both?
We don't have piles of gold? Look at our king. He is a walking pile of gold. Where do you think most of our gold went? He pays us in mine dollars, for the love of all the gods.
I think there's a business opportunity for you guys and Landshark. Perhaps you need to diversify your markets. It's like I'm having a gimbal flashback. Let's talk
Diversify
about
our markets.
But if they bought space, they only need to buy the entrance. Just need a way to get in and out.
That's true.
So you can just buy the entrance.
I would assume.
I
don't think they'll
I've
let
never
you
bought property.
subdivide the land.
Well,
Not really subdividing it as much as drawing a line straight through it.
But then what happens to all the land beneath? And how do they cause the connecting? Because we do have a wall there that we don't want people to know about. Like, we don't want people to know they can come down here. That's going to create big problems for us.
Well, then nobody else buys the subdivided land and you don't have to worry about it.
If we have to declare that somebody's bought something, somebody will start looking into the thing that got bought.
And if you don't do anything else with it other than just as it's an entrance.
But then
to a
we
cave.
can't store anything outside of the cave. And that's still a lot of gold. What part of this we don't have any gold do you not understand?
No, it's not a matter of we don't have any gold. We're trying to figure out a way to get around the fact that you don't have any gold. Like I'm trying
Seems to me that perhaps you could take some of your creations and sell them to make some gold, couldn't you?
What? That is absurdity! You want us to take our magnificent inventions and sell them to those common folks up there? We have spent hundreds of years perfecting our designs. And you want us to simply take them above board and be like, here you go, this thing can do way more than everything you've ever experienced. That won't destroy their minds instantly and create some sort of innate addiction within them for something that is well above their mental understanding and acuity.
I mean, not only could you do that,
kinda
you
want
could
to see
slightly
that
change
out,
it up
that's
each year and charge them for a whole new model.
We are
Just
not.
change the colors that are available.
We are
There
not
you go.
those kinds of people. If you want that kind of work, please go out and commission your work instead from Blacksmith Inc. They'd be more than happy to work out a deal like this with you.
No. We are just trying to figure out solutions for your land issue.
Well, let me take a look at something here. I believe I have a way to do this. I just cannot believe. Said he was going to take care of things. Didn't. I don't know why. Bother to
Why
trust
don't we just
him.
call Candor?
I was gonna say we could get a message to Candor.
You have a way to message him?
Yes.
Yes.
The hell didn't he leave us a way to do that?
Well, the thing is, he had to get into this secret basement that belonged to
What is with this man in secret underground areas? Do you know when he lived down here, he lived in a secret cave hole?
That sounds like Candor.
All I could say is, yeah, okay. He also doesn't seem to appreciate good snacks, so yeah.
Well, that'll change. He's with Hadhub now.
So so I'll break out the note to Candor. I'll write, hey, Candor. I'll see the 3 dots.
No, he doesn't. If you just say, hey, Candor, he doesn't reply to that.
Okay. Greetings, Candor. We are talking to the Golden Formian here. There is a fence around their mine, and they do not own the property. They're saying you were supposed to keep up the deed on it?
He'll reply back with deed? ?
Yeah, ownership of the property, because the property no longer owns to land. Who does it belong to now? Is it Landshark? No,
Yeah,
who is?
no, it's the. Oh goodness, it's the other company.
It's Franklin Holdings. They bought them along with GTC.
No.
They're not listening. They don't care.
Foundation.
That is correct, actually. I believe it is Foundation Holdings.
Landshark assets were bought by Foundation Holdings. So
They said that they couldn't. Let him make sure he knows. They said they couldn't contact any of the former heroes, so it kind of went back to the city and then to the Foundation Holdings.
You'll get like
so
Go ahead.
when it's a probate, right? Would be the correct legal term, I think.
Okay. Yeah, there are a bunch of messages, like a string of messages like Foundation, Formian, Holdings, Probate. What? No. It's owned by Landshark.
Landshark does not exist anymore.
This is where there's like a long series of dots. And then you get like a bunch of words that have all been crossed out over and over and over again. Like you can't tell because he's like squiggled them out, but they keep appearing on there over and over and over again. And then there's a line that's, shit, I'm running out of paper. Oh, right, I can. And then he writes down, oh, wait, I can write over top of the writing I already have and you don't see it that way.
Good God. Guys, this is bad. He's writing like he talks.
So you'll finally get a reply back that will make sense, and he will say, well, you have to find one of the heroes. One of them has to be alive, I think, right? Let's see. Jericho's dead. I know, because I'm here now. Harvests are dead. The one boy. The young boy Harvest. He's alive.
Any idea as to where?
You guys met him in Fort Jericho.
I assume he didn't stay there.
Just summon him up. You guys have sending now, right?
Yeah.
Sending the spell?
No.
No.
Why? Did I math out your levels wrong again?
What's a level?
Just say yes.
Yes.
Ah.
He usually answers his own questions.
Well, you'll need to find someone with sending, and then you'll need to sending a message to. It wasn't Harcourt. It wasn't. Was it Broderick? No, Broderick was the original. Grim? Grimsham?
Grimshaw? You
Now, that wasn't the one either. That was the middle child that disappeared.
Was it Grimlock and he could turn into a dinosaur?
Was it Roderick? No, again, I did Roderick already. I don't remember the boy's name. There were 3 Harvest grandchildren.
Ron, Harry, and Hermione?
No! That's Harry Potter.
Oh.
If there's does there need to be a voice from the beyond to tell you?
In this particular case, I don't remember. Candor did technically meet him, so Candor would remember. But that was, I want to try to remember this for myself, though, as part of what I'm doing here also.
Yes, he would have met Carver.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so he will finally eventually get to, wait. Carver. Like someone who cuts meats.
Harvard Hardison?
No, Carver Harvest.
Harvest.
Not Harveston. So, with this, oh wait. None of you has an accurate, no, you guys have met him. So if you remember the person, his name is Carver Harvest, that you met in Fort Jericho, he would have been eating the leaves.
Oh yeah, leaf guy.
So if you sending a message to him,
Oh God! Now I got to go back and look that up. You better have that one recorded so I can see that episode and see what you did to him.
he is. They were basically being accused. That party, which sort of exists, was being accused of murdering his grandma.
Oh.
And they kind of killed her, but not really. But if you message him, then he can come there, and then he, as the living relevant member of Landshark Mining Company, can then take claim over the land. That's easy enough, right? Y'all got this?
So, what do you want
Is
us
that
to
how that works?
prioritize?
I asked for real. Is that how that works?
Sending?
Sorry to interrupt.
No, he's talking about the legal ramifications of this. Could
Yeah, I did the
Harvest-
checks already. We're good.
Okay. Well, do you want us to go find him first, or do you want us to go? Well, do you want us to go find the items first? What do you want us to do?
I'm assuming you're asking me these questions because you need something from this land. Can you not get the item that's kept with the Formian? You should have gotten that already. Did you not stuff the rod in your pants like I said?
No, we have that, but the Formian is upset because they do not have ingress and egress because
They don't need to
land is
leave.
not-
They stay there.
we commissioned some items and we can't get them out.
Why can you not get them out? How big must this item be?
It's a mobile wagon that seats 8.
We need ingress and egress, okay?
There is a very, very, very long pause before you get back the message. 8? Like, provide 8?
Yes, the 8 provided a cart.
Yeah.
Is there some barricade that stops you from simply driving it out?
There's a fence.
Oh, you'll get back. Well, then I would suggest the order be reach out to Carver via sending. Carver can then, you can find some way to get Carver to you there. Carver can claim the land. And then boom, you got what you need.
Hold on, guys.
This sounds like it's going to be harder than you're making it sound.
That's easy. It's easy. I'm sure the universe will put some obstacles in your way that'll make it a little more difficult, but you'll get it. You are the Substantials.
It's a band I saw in a tavern once.
Well,
An all girl band too. Did this little doo-wop thing. One of them had 3 legs. It was kind of weird.
Thank you. Okay. 3 legs, kind of weird. Okay. I feel like there's a pun there.
Is
so
everything
you
okay?
guys-
Will that work?
We can try.
Excellent.
The hell is sending?
It's a spell.
It's a spell.
Like
It's-
horsepower? Nobody knows what it is?
No, this is a much more well-known spell.
It's a
Buy it with
common
their brain
spell.
dollars.
So then we should be able to buy it, yeah, with the rest of our brain dollars?
Yeah, you can purchase a sending spell. One moment, let me pull up the cost here. So 450 brain dollars is what it will cost for a sending.
All right.
How much do we have left in brain dollars?
I think we each have 300, so we can just each contribute 100, or I don't know. I mean, there's 4 of us, right? 1, 2. No,
That's fine. You'll just have a surplus of 50 because, well, we'll see what happens after this.
Okay.
Okay.
So I need somebody to compose the 25-word message that they want to send to Carver Harvest.
Okay, so we need it to be succinct,
I need to stop laughing because I'm already thinking this out.
to the point.
Is there? So, can I just say that I am going to proofread this message to try and make it as diplomatic as possible?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. How about Carver? Dearest Carver,
You're that close to him?
we're tight.
Okay.
All right. Attention, Carver. ATTN semicolon Carver Harvison.
Just Harvest.
Harvest. You are needed. Well, you got 25 words. You are needed in whatever city this is to claim a ancestral mine. Is this correct?
Yes.
Please contact us at Klondike 31759.
I think we need to emphasize the urgency of this request.
Can we put little urgency emos on it for extra,
Yes.
extra zazz?
Sure. So I would like you to type that out in the chat once you've all confirmed on what you're going to say.
Type it out and then Jess can edit it for diplomacy.
I was gonna say, give me a second. I'm thinking what I would say, and then I'll put it to you guys and see what we think.
Okay.
Yo, D-bag!
I'm
No.
super excited by this interaction that's about to happen.
I think we should,
What? We're
I
just
don't-
gonna get shot down, huh? It's gonna be like, oh, he's actually.
I wouldn't
bad.
be excited if you were just going to get shot down. I would not be this excited and giddy. Getting shot down would be like, yep, that's going to happen.
Shot down.
It's going to be more interesting. Look, Kandor promised you that there were going to be slightly more, complications. So,
where are we at again? I can't even remember.
you are in North Point. A city that when I ran this game originally never got named.
Yeah, we just called it the capital, didn't we?
No, this isn't even the capital. You guys went
Oh.
to the capital once before, but the city never had a name because you guys never really spent any time outside of the city. That was actually a really interesting experience for me, trying to run a game almost entirely enclosed in one place.
What I got is attention, Carver Harvison. You urgently needed in North Point to resolve a land issue. Please come immediately. Hugs and kisses.
Okay. How about to Carver Harvest, RE, Landshark Mining Company. You are urgently needed in North Point regarding a matter of inheritance. Please make your way to North Point ASAP.
Okay.
I mean, sure, if you want to be nice about it, that sounds great.
I would say within 12 days. Don't say ASAP.
Okay, I'll need to edit that because that's like exactly 25. So.
Okay.
Within a fortnight?
Please arrive within 12 days.
We'd say just a week. Make a little, give ourselves a little
A
more
week
time.
is 10 days,
Yeah,
so
a
we
week
could
is 10
just
days.
say a week. Please arrive within a week. So, to Carver Harvest, RE Landshark Mining Company, you are urgently needed in North Point regarding a matter of inheritance. Please arrive within a week.
And then put Nigerian Prince Abdul. That way he knows it's for real. Because nothing says for real like a Nigerian prince.
Yeah, I
name.
mean, we have to say who it's from, right? We could just say regarding inheritance instead of a matter of.
She says Landshark Mining Company.
Yeah, regarding the Landshark Mining Company.
Yeah, but then they don't know who it's sending from. Like, there isn't a.
I can just do Candor at the end. It's his idea, right?
The subject recognizes you if it knows you. But remember, it's not going to be cast by you guys. It's going to be cast by somebody else.
Okay.
But would it be okay to put Candor's name at the
You
end?
put whatever you want at on the thing. What I want you guys to do is just post whatever you decide on in the chat, so I can process it properly, like the AI I am.
So, okay. So, what do you guys think? I have two Carver Harvests regarding Landshark Mining Company. You are urgently needed in North Point for a matter of inheritance. Please arrive within a week. Candor.
Okay.
We good with that?
I don't know the guy. I can't tell you one way or the other. I've
Well,
never
what
met
do
the
we do?
Scion.
Well, it'll either happen or it won't.
Okay.
Was
So-
completely unaware of this Scion.
So James, I want to make sure that
Yes.
I put together what Carver would do in this situation correctly. And I feel like I have a unique opportunity here because I have the mind of Carver Harvest here with me. So, how do you think Carver Harvest would feel if a person he doesn't know by name had mysteriously messaged him and said, "Yo, buddy, I got a place for you to inherit"?
He's still trying to pronounce the word re.
It comes through. It will actually be said as re.
Oh, okay.
So
he's
he
trying-
knows what it sounds
Okay,
like.
so he knows what it sounds like. He's trying to figure out what the hell the word re means.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Not to mention, at some point, he's got to struggle with inheritance.
Yeah, that's the other one. He's just trying to wrap his head around
Uh-oh.
re. He hasn't got to inheritance yet.
Oh no.
Much less Candor himself.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. He had an intellect of 10.
Yeah.
No, 9.
No, it was lower. It was lower.
Was it
I thought.
lower?
I thought it was lower. I thought he was rocking an 8. If I remember right. He
Oh,
was
yeah,
like-
yes, he was. Because he was heavy. He had a strong arm, but
Yep.
he was dumb as a rock.
Yep.
That's some good shit there.
That was that
Okay.
whole party's thing. That whole party was pretty much.
Stupid.
Yep.
And I think I was the smartest of them all.
Yes.
And you were
Harold,
eating leaves.
Our old
Yep.
3.5 group at one point in time, we're like, who's got the highest intelligence there? Everybody, even the fighter, had a 16 intelligence. And I was like, why does everyone have a 16 intelligence? And how did this happen? And it was like, we're tired of being stupid, Charles. We're tired of being stupid. Oh, and no charisma.
It's more fun.
So
Get more trouble.
after Carver manages to get through some of this stuff, how would Carver respond?
I feel like crayons would be necessary for this.
I feel like it would be a free string of words, right? It would just be the first things that come to mind.
Okay, if he can figure out the word inheritance, if he understands that inheritance means somebody owes him something, if he can,
Yeah, he can. He asks, like, he'll ask somebody,
okay,
like,
once he
what
gets
is
somebody
inheritance
to
mean?
explain it to him, he's just thinking money.
Okay.
Like, he's just thinking he's owed a shit ton of money. So yes, he thinks a Nigerian prince wants going to send him $1 million.
Nice.
He'll put up 1,500.
Send me a
He's
check.
willing to do that.
Okay.
I respect him for his gullibility.
And then what does he say back? Because otherwise I'm saying all the things that he says to figure out what inheritance means first. Because he won't have 25 words because he doesn't fully understand it. So it is recording all the words that he says after this point.
So inheritance, please arrive within a week. Gathering money. See you then.
Okay. So this is the exact message that you will get. What does inheritance mean? Okay, so money, question mark. Gathering money, see you then.
Erasmus is looking at it and like, I don't think this is good, guys. This is not a good sign. He has
At least he'll
inheritance
be
back.
here, okay? At least he'll be here.
We may need to really present this as simply as possible to him.
Well, if you remember, when we saw him last, he was eating leaves. So there is that.
Did he even explain why he was eating leaves?
I just assumed he was very hungry.
Yes and no.
Oh, man. I think I made a comment about when dogs I believe I did make a comment about when dogs get sick, they eat leaves to
Yes.
regurgitate. I believe I did make that comment. I just assumed he was sick. Okay.
So
we need to talk to a barrister type. Because I can't imagine they're gonna let go of this prime chunk of real estate for less than 300 gold pieces a square foot.
Maybe he thinks he owes money.
He shows up. I'm not paying you shit.
Maybe he thinks inheritance is a fine.
Yeah. I think either way, that's about the perfect way to do this. It has something to do with money and yeah.
Okay, so the next day we're gonna find is there like a legal type, a barrister?
Yeah, you can find yourself a lawyer, as they are referred to in this world.
Oh, I didn't know if we went for the English.
No.
Okay.
Lawyer got adopted here.
So
Dirtbag asshole wasn't working, huh?
No. Guy who won't stop telling me how the law is supposed to work and arguing me until I give him money wasn't a good title either.
I put a gold piece on the table immediately thinking that's how lawyers work. Greetings, my name is Erasmus Sweetleaf. We have found one of the heroes that owned the mine out of town that is currently controlled by...
Well, the scion of the Avatar.
So first of all, hold on. No, I know exactly who you're... No, I know who you're talking about. You can meet with somebody, because there is somebody excited when you make this premise to the secretary there. She says, hold on. He's going to be so excited about this. And she will, pick up a stone, and she will put it to her ear. And she'll say a few words back and forth, and then put the stone down. And after a few minutes, a very excited and well-dressed gnome will make his way up to the front. to see the 5 of you. You have a descendant?
Yes, we do.
And you're sure, right? Of the
Yes.
Land Shark Mining Company.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
He is en route.
And they're actually going to be here.
So
That's
he
what we've been
says.
led to believe.
His last name's Harvest.
Excellent. Does he know about the property?
He knows there's an inheritance. He seems a little confused by certain terms, such as inheritance.
Does he know about the back taxes?
We don't
no,
know
he
about the
does
back
not.
taxes.
How
Back
much
taxes?
back taxes is owed?
What the hell are taxes?
Taxes. You pay a fee to the country in exchange for ownership of land.
Oh, pickpocketing. Got it.
Sort of, yes.
Do you know how much the back taxes is?
I have it in my office. Please follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
Does he have like a coffee thing set up? Because I really could go for a cup of Joe right now.
He can get you some when you get into the office.
Okay.
You can all sit down in front of his desk. He will sit down and dig through a few files. I've been looking at this file
Steve,
for a while.
Stop. I need to know what this character's name is. Give me his name. I need to know his name.
All right, hang on. I
You
don't.
can't put a gnome in front of me and not have me demand it.
I don't have a specific name, but I will get one.
Nomi von Noberton.
Which is a perfectly fine name for a gnome. Where's the Von
Or
Nomerton?
someone could name it for you with channel points.
His name is Sugar Nose.
Oh Lord, not the sugar noses. Ugh.
Well,
So
it's
that
better
must
than the
mean his
shit noses.
business is successful then if he can afford all that sugar.
Okay. Bolivian marching powder sugar nose. Wow, a cocaine joke. We've really reached the wow. 2 cocaine.
Welcome to the
jokes.
90s.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, I see here. Oh, this is substantial, but it's still less than what they're trying to charge. So, we only need about 20,000 gold, and we can pay the back taxes.
So
we're good.
we're good.
He's bringing money. We're good.
We're good. I'm sure he's got
Assuming
20
as a Zion of the Avatar, I'm certain he has access to funds.
But I do have a loophole here that I think we can do. So, it is my belief that the Landshark Mining Company was not properly notified that the lands were being seized. And so, if you can acquire the legal documents that were supposed to be sent to the Landshark Mining Company, and you can prove that they had no destination on them, and that no attempt to utilize magic to contact them was attempted, then you have yourselves exactly what you need. A way to prove that it is theirs rightfully and taken from them in an unlawful way. And then I get to collect my fee.
Of 20,000 gold.
Oh,
No, what's your fee? Just out of
He's
curiosity.
going to say 20,000 gold.
Well, I like to work in a way that is operative based on what I've saved the consumer. So I work at 10% based on what I save you. So if you get this for free, you only pay me 2,000 gold, as opposed to 20,000.
How about if I get you an exclusive deal with I can't remember any of those clothing companies he's always shilling on Legal Eagle. Oh,
Indochino.
Indochino. We'll hook you up with a stylist from Indochino.
No, I like my outfits, thank you.
Okay.
From the Von Nomerton collection.
The Nomerton collection. I love it so much. It's my next character, Gnome Taylor.
I should
Great
warn you though
Nomerton
that this will be a very complex legal battle.
Oh, Lord.
And so I hope you're adamant about what you're saying, that this is certainly him.
So this
yeah.
legal battle can be ended in less than looks at his wrist, which has nothing on it, and goes 12 days.
Well, I don't know about 12 days, but we can get things put into escrow, and things get gray enough there that if you need access to the property, it can be arranged during the meantime with a much easier methodology.
So we could have access to the property in 12 days.
I can get the paperwork filed in 3 if you can get me the documents I need.
What documents do you need?
The
So-
original legal notice that was supposed to notify them, showing that they didn't actually send it.
But
to
you
anybody.
will need this person in order to get that notice. So they're here now. Which one of you is it?
No, they're
Oh.
en route.
How soon will they be here? Because I can't file the paperwork until you say they're here.
Within the week.
Did I just say they're here?
Are they here?
No. But could I say they were?
Are they here?
But could I say they were?
Are they here?
They're
Are
not
they
here. They're not
They're
here.
Well,
definitely
I cannot.
not there.
I cannot do it if they're not here.
If they're not there, then they must be here.
Are they here then?
But they're not there.
Right, but I can't lie.
I feel like
not
you know when
lying.
you.
There's nothing
You
lying
know when
about
you-
that.
So basically, we need to wait for James to get here. Then
Carver.
Carver.
So I'm gonna look up all
Carver.
the
Yes,
Carver.
James.
and research all of them, so that I understand going on. You know what I mean? Maybe buy myself a bolo tie to wear, thinking I look official, because we're going with the '90s, or no, we're going with the '80s with a bolo tie. Yeah, cocaine is the '80s anyway.
Nice Western one.
Yeah, nice Western one. Maybe some big shoulder pads. Do the whole LA Law thing.
Silvery belt buckle.
Yeah.
Make him a
People
Western
for you.
lawyer.
Erasmus Sweetleaf for the defendant, y'all.
All right. Well, why don't we
Little tips
take
on his boots.
our first break, and when we get back, we'll see what happens with Carver. See you
This
shortly.
is like the Brothers Karamazov. Now we're having a.
So, about a day later, there will, you guys will get a message, delivered to where you're staying, from the, actually, how would you get this communicated? I suppose you probably would have shared some information with the lawyer before leaving.
Yeah, I
Makes
would
sense.
say.
Sounds like us.
Yeah, we like to talk.
So you'll get a message from the lawyer saying there's some other person asking around about the mines and seems very confused. He keeps saying something about his inheritance, and he's looking for a candor.
Ah, excellent. That would be our compatriot, if you will.
Well,
This is Scion. Can we please refer to him by his proper title? He's a scion of the Avatar. I thought we've went over this.
Anyway, so we'll go meet Carver.
yeah, they'll give you the location of the barracks he is currently staying in.
Did he get arrested or?
Of course. Did you guys not give him proper details about how to get here and what to do when he arrives?
Told
No,
him to
we
show
didn't
up in a
think that
week.
would be. Yeah, we didn't think that would be necessary, but shows what we know.
Oh, he went to the Landshark mining location, and I guess him and some of his team broke in and declared it theirs. And then afterwards, when they were being arrested, one of them kept saying, "Ha ha, I tricked you. This is rightfully ours, but we knew it wasn't. Gotcha."
Oh, good God. Oh, good God.
But yeah, you guys can head to the barracks, mention who you're looking for, and they will lead you to the cell where there are 4 people waiting in a small cell.
Is any of them eating leaves?
Yes, the Carver and the woman next to him are eating some leaves.
I love me a bombadil.
Hi guys, remember us?
You're not Candor, though.
We're representing Candor in these manners.
For some reason, his eyes, like, lock on Kent.
Which one of you is a scion?
What's a scion?
Scion of the Avatar.
What's a scion avatar?
Scion of
Just ask
Avatar
their names.
of Avatar
Who's
Roderick.
Carver?
He's looking
You
for
mean my
Carver
grandpa?
Marcus.
Yes, that's what I said.
I'm not any sign of your grandpa. I'm the grandson of Grandpa.
Yes, that's what I said, scion.
Is that what scion means? Does scion means grandson?
Yes.
You're going to see like a sling being twirled in the background as someone is desperately trying to keep quiet.
One of the guards will grab the sling. No slinging in here.
I'll
Yes.
look at the guard. You gotta admit you wanted to do it once or twice yourself.
Slinging or swinging?
I mean, I'm down for both.
He'll like hand you a piece of paper that he writes something down on. And then he'll like actually turn and walk away.
Nice. So, your scion ship?
I'm not flying away anywhere, am I? Why would I get on a
No.
ship?
I'm not sure of that
Floating
power.
away? I mean,
So,
if I'm a grandfather's ship. Grandsonship, sorry, grandsonship, right. Ooh, a sonship.
Yes.
Is that like a sunship? Different.
Slightly.
So, Carver, can I call you Carver?
Sure.
Okay. So what is going on is there is the Landshark Mining Company property was taken over by another company
Mm-hmm.
because no one stepped forward to claim it.
Okay.
We contacted you so you could assert your rights.
And I have a right to it?
Yes, and sort of. We're trying to work our way around the $20,000 tax, 20,000 gold tax bill.
Oh,
Did you
I don't
bring that
have
much?
that kind of money.
Yeah, but we have retained a lawyer, and we're working on the documentation to show that you were not informed about the due taxes. So since you were not contacted correctly, we would have a case.
Oh,
But
great.
Nothing could be done till you came to town. Now, how long are you here in the barracks? Did they say?
They said I was here to cool down.
Are you feeling cold?
Well, I think they get to decide, right? I mean, I am
Yeah,
kind
you-
of cold. It's really there's like a breeze in here.
Is there another guard here?
No, the one guard walked away.
Well done, I suppose. Well done. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna confer with the rest of the party. Should we spring him and then have him meet the lawyer?
Wait, are you just gonna spring me? Because what about my friends? They should get sprung too.
So, should we spring him and his friends, and then bring them
Think-
to see the lawyer?
I think we should talk to maybe the guards outside. I don't think we should necessarily break them out of where
No,
they are.
that's not what I meant. Spring as in, you know,
And
if
just
there's
slowly walking away from the lock on the door, looking
If-
around
if-
like nobody, making sure nobody saw what he was doing.
if there's a fee, you know, we can afford to pay. You know what I mean? To expedite his release. That's
Oh
what I'm
man,
thinking.
you know what we could do? We could totally you guys could pay for a bail, but then we could that guy. I saw what he was about to do with the lock. He could break us out, and then we get out, and we're like, we broke out. And then when the police go to arrest us, you can show them that we got out legally, and we can be like, yeah, I pranked you.
Yeah, I remember
seems-
you, my friend. You're the one that's definition of humor is confusing even to me. Good to see you.
No, I'm pranking.
That seems like a
Tom's
waste
character.
Of,
Yeah, that
guard
was Tom's
resources.
character, the Paladin of Ganthet.
Oh yeah.
So, let's not do any of that. Let's talk to the guards first. Perhaps as a prank, we could talk to them and not do anything and confuse them by not doing anything.
Oh my god, that's an amazing prank. And then afterwards, we can be like, see, we got out of jail, pranked you
Yes.
by following all the rules. Yeah, that'll really get them. They'll be so confused. Because they think we're criminals, and we're not criminals.
Definitely not smooth criminals.
If a criminal were smooth, would that be helpful? Would they be able to move better into things?
I think so.
Chunky, I guess.
So, of all the jails you guys have been into, how would you rate this one?
Not my favorite.
So, 3 stars or
Honest. How many stars out of?
out of 5?
Definitely 6.
What about 7? Can we go 7?
Sure, we can go 7.
Considered a lovely spot alternative. Okay, so who wants to go with me to talk to the guards to figure out what's going on with
I will go with you.
the diplomatic crew?
Is what you're doing at this point considered diplomacy?
You know what? It's incredibly effective, so who am I to quibble? Who am
Yeah.
I to quibble?
I would go with that.
If the two of you head over there, and ask the guard about how long they'll be here for, the guard's like, oh, I can let them go at any time.
Oh, good, because they have a meeting with council. So
Oh, so that whole thing was real?
yeah, it was real.
They just didn't talk to the attorney beforehand?
They're
there
a
seems
little.
to be some miscommunication.
Yeah.
I take it on myself for not being more succinct.
That one said it was a prank that he knew he was going to get arrested. Do you
They have
know
a
what the hell's going on there?
He
It's a
thinks
very
on
odd
multiple.
sense of humor.
Yeah, he works on multiple levels. I do believe he's just. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't
Okay.
understand most forms of humor, so this pranking is beyond me.
Well, just know if anything peculiar happens, I am going to have to try to find you. Because you're the only people I know of that knows who these people are, and they seem a bit concerning.
I'm at the Pegasus Inn, room 207.
Yes, then I suppose that will be a good place to communicate with you if there are any problems with them.
Indeed.
I'm also at the Pegasus Inn, but you can just ask for Erasmus.
He'll head over and he'll unlock the cell.
If I look at the four of them, what do they look like through the monocle?
So this isn't that monocle.
Well, my eyepiece.
I know, but I'm saying, like, you don't get neat color coding with them.
Okay, I'm just curious.
That's kind of a disappointer.
You will, however, see that the holy symbol around the neck of the Paladin of Ganthet doesn't look right. Like, it keeps reshaping, but you can't quite tell what form it's reshaping into.
Okay. If I can get that off.
Did you say something, Kent?
Huh? Nothing. I was notating on their accoutrements.
What's an accoutrement?
I don't know. It's a word I heard by some passing traveler. He
Man,
made
it's a
some
big-
sort of reference to what he was wearing, and he said the word accoutrement.
It sounds like a fun word. Can I borrow it?
You can use that. You know what? I will give that one away free and clear.
Accoutrement!
It could be. It could very well be something we say at parties.
All right.
I believe.
Time you
I
say
believe-
accoutrement, we drink.
I believe you yell it when going to fight crime.
Oh man, that's gonna be such a great prank. We'll bust in and we'll be like, accoutrement! And then we'll talk nicely to them.
I think it would be a great prank would be to see if you can beat everybody in a being quiet competition.
Oh man, I know. Let's play that game. Let's play that game, and then when everybody gets quiet, I'll speak so I can lose. Haha, they won't see it coming.
Oh Lord. Whoever would like to talk to this gentleman probably should not be me.
Why don't we all convene at the lawyer's
Okay.
place?
Okay.
Yeah, so the
Or
9 of you
who's,
can head over to the lawyer's office.
I was just thinking that, like, hey, we're back.
What? There are so many of you now. Who are all these
Yeah.
people?
Carver brought some friends with him, and he insists that they come with him.
He's here. Because you asked before. He's here.
Good.
He's here.
I will start on the paperwork. and-
Actually, he's there. But he's here.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so Mr. Harvest, I'm going to need you to
Scion.
Harvest. I'm going to
That's
need
what
you
I
to
said.
sign sign a few documents here, just confirming that you are indeed a Harvest, and that you never saw any documentation to attest to the fact that the land was being taken over by North Point. He'll look over the documents and then he'll sign off on them. These were
Can I
all.
do a sense motive? Did he actually read them? I'm just curious, or did he just kind of read
Give
them?
me a gauge check, yeah.
He would have pretended to read.
Would you mind using a gauge?
Gauge, yep. Even with a 7, you can tell he probably didn't read that.
I'm gonna make a mental note to myself. This could be fun later on, getting him to sign various things, various proclamations.
He'd have done that whole. It's kind of like nod his head while he's going back and forth over it, going, yes, I see.
The party of the first part. Okay.
But yeah, with all the documents signed, all right, well, I will need half of what the expected cost will be up front. So 1,000 gold, please.
What are we on doing on gold?
Carver will actually fork over the 1,000 gold.
Nice.
Guys, we're gonna become landowners. Isn't this so much fun?
I think it'll be great.
Excited.
Yeah.
I think this could be a very good thing for you guys.
So where could we stay? We were planning to hang out in the jail, but since you guys got us out of there, we don't have a place to stay. What's a good place?
There's the Pegasus Inn. That's where we're staying.
Pegasus? Does it have Pegasi? Pegasuses?
Pegasuses.
Pegasuses.
Does not have any winged horses of any kind.
Oh.
It is pretty decent accommodations for a good price.
Okay, good.
I do believe as I requested, it does come with a continental breakfast.
The creepy set of recommendations based on them spying on you, but you know.
I find it helpful.
Oh man, I'm gonna look at their recommendations and I'm gonna go to each and every one of them. And then I'm gonna show up and be like, I was recommended by the Pegasus Inn. And then I'm gonna spend money there and that's how I'm gonna get them.
I took several surveys to determine which fictional character I most like.
Yeah, so you guys can wait for a little bit of time. And eventually the attorney will reach back out to you. The lawyer will reach back out to you. And he will inform all of you that it has reached the point that the property is currently being held in a sort of middle state. In the meantime, some level of access to the land will be allowed to Carver, as there is rightful claim to the land. They are just resolving the tax complications. But in order for things to happen, Carver will need to set a date in order to like evaluate the land and confirm that it is indeed property that is owed to him. At which point you will be able to arrive there and do what you will.
So would we need a land surveyor for this? How does that work?
That will all be handled as a separate line item. The first thing is him confirming that the property looks like what he thinks it should look like.
So do we need to take him out there, in short?
You just need to set the date that you need to go out there, and that the gate will be opened.
Whatever is the point from whatever our 12-day pickup time is, I would say that day.
Okay.
Yeah, that day.
That should be enough time in advance. That way we can.
All right, I think we owe it to the people underground to let them know that we have found someone who actually owned from Landshark, which will hopefully take possession of the mine. We're hoping to have this matter resolved quickly.
You sure they want it?
They seem very excited.
They're not gonna like try to blow it up or something, or build some sort of luxury condo on it.
Or go underground and get eaten by a large underground dwelling animal.
I mean, if I was going to guess, I would say maybe not blowing it up, going underground and he's getting eaten by a large underground animal does sound like something that would happen to him.
Okay, so we'll need to keep them safe to some degree. We'll make sure there's a couple of the Formian bodies posted up top.
I mean, he has a friend that does this thing where he calls pranking, which I've looked up. The definition of pranking does not seem to involve actual pranking.
Yeah, he got them arrested for murder as a prank.
No, that's not a prank.
No, it certainly isn't.
It certainly is not. Certainly is not.
I mean, did they murder someone? Did they not
No.
murder the person?
No, they did not.
They were completely innocent.
Did he think they murdered someone?
No, I don't think he thought that they did. They just happened to be on basically the land where someone was murdered, but he turned them into the guards.
Did he know they weren't guilty and thought they would get away with it?
See, this is where the logic breaks down. I can't speak to his mental state in that point.
I feel I would need to suffer more blows to the head in order to understand the logic required here, and I'm just not willing to take that to understand.
But regardless, I think if we tell them not to convert the mine, that they won't convert the mine. Perhaps if they think that there's valuables to be had in the mine, they will keep it as is.
It's not really meant for mining.
True.
Well, hopefully it can all be made to work out.
I hope so.
And you've got everything scheduled in a way that should be good. We can get the machine up here, and then you can all transport it where it needs to go.
Yes.
Yes.
What if we could convince them to? Nah, never mind.
Convince them to what?
Yeah.
Nah, I had a thought, and it floated on by.
What would be so?
There it goes. Yeah, it's gone.
Okay. So, perhaps the mine could just be kept as a tourist destination, as it is now.
Perhaps. You can all figure it out. We need to stay down here. Just make sure things don't go bad. Look, we don't plan those kinds of things. We plan these kinds of things. And he gestures to the giant contraption they're building.
Would you be opposed to them knowing about you down here?
Oh, that's a great point.
It should be fine, I think, unless you don't trust them.
That was the thought.
Well, I trust them. I just wanted to make sure that you would be okay with it before we said anything. I think if they know that they're protecting you, that they would probably not do anything like destroy the mine or build condos.
Carver and company.
Yes.
They don't seem to be the brightest. I'm not sure if trusting them with this information, they might not just spew it. I mean, they did manage to get themselves arrested just upon coming here.
So you're saying that the scion of the Avatar got himself arrested for the murder of the bride of the Avatar?
Yes. Because the one that likes to prank people told the guards that they were there.
Aha, prank.
So maybe we can convince the pranking one that it would be an awesome prank that they never tell anybody about the Formians.
That's
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good, Kent. I like it a lot.
You don't.
I'm just
would
saying.
Think the opposite, and say, "Oh, maybe the other way around would be a great prank," and tell everyone.
No, I think that if we tell him that it would be a great prank to keep it a secret, I think that he would go with that. He seems to really like the idea when you come up with a prank.
And then for the others,
I think the others will be okay. I don't think that they'll say anything.
you have a more generous view of their intelligence than I suppose.
He's the scion of the Avatar.
And
I think it is.
The 8 will provide.
I think it is better to get ahead of it than to have them wander into it and accidentally get themselves killed, which is what I am worried about. I'm worried that in their zeal for whatever it is they do, that they will do something, because they came here and got themselves arrested. Gosh knows what they'll do. Shashat knows what they will do in a mine.
Come over here. And wave. Just say hi real quick.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Okay.
So,
All right. So your plan is to convince them. I missed some of it because I was talking to Sam. But your plan is to convince the prankster one that the prank is going to be not telling anyone about this civilization under here. And then what more from there? Sorry.
we would. I think it would be good to let. Erasmus is going to say this with as little begrudging as possible, which will still be a lot. The Scion know and his friends, and then to convince the prankster that it would be a prank to not tell anyone, even though all of this flies in the face of logic and sense. I mean, it's a good plan.
What could go wrong?
Okay.
As long as it goes wrong on day 13, I think we're okay. We can deal with it when we get back.
Yeah, it's true. Goes wrong on day 15. Hey, we're not here. We did our best. I mean, it's kind of crappy. I mean, that they kind of took his land. It's his land.
That's presided that none of the other 4 we come across want the land back.
They can fight that out in court. We just need one of them to lay a claim to it. You know, I'm kind of worried about this underground civilization with these corporate raiders. But they haven't found it so far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all can schedule the date that you're going to arrive there. You all can get to the cave on that day. There is a person who comes to let you in. And they say that they will have to stand watching over things in order to make sure that nothing leaves here that isn't supposed